This week,
Good.
I want you to really push us. I hope everyone listening understands that. I want you to really push us, Natalie.
Okay, right. Well, let's get onto your mat because, as always, we need to wake up the whole body with some mobility. So, 4-point kneeling position, hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips.
And Natalie, when it's a slightly harder exercise, will you watch me do it and check my movements because people find that easier? Thank you.
Yes, I will come over and make sure that you are doing everything with precision. Okay, come down into your 4-point kneeling position. And I want you to outstretch your right leg. So your right leg is going to come out to the side. Take a deep breath, just to the side, Trinny. So we're going to come into that rotation exercise. There we go, perfect. Deep breath in, reach your right arm up to the sky. So that right leg is out to the side and your right arm reaches up. And then exhale, reach under your left arm. So you're rotating your spine. Inhale, reach up, open up the chest. Get a nice big stretch in there. And then exhale, reach under. 2 more times on this side. And reach under. 1 more time, big stretch. Open the chest. And then reach under. Really reaching so you feel the middle back stretch out a little bit. Place that hand back down, bring your right knee back in, and outstretch your left leg. Take a deep breath in, reach under your right arm. Then exhale, reach up to the sky with your left arm. And if you're a bit tight around the hip, you may even feel the top of the back of the hip stretched out when you reach up towards the sky. You've got 2 more of these. Deep breath, reach. And last one. And then we're going to come into your cat dog stretch. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Deep breath in, you flex. And exhale, extend, push that chest down, lift your head a little bit. And again, flex, extend. 1 more time. You're going to flex, feel the space between those shoulder blades stretch out. And then 1 more time, you extend, draw those shoulders down, lift your head a little bit, come to neutral. Then I want you to take a seat on your heels for a second, just to stretch out your neck. So you're going to take a seat on your, just sit down. And I want you to flex your hands, so your hands are turned out to the side like this. Good. Roll those shoulders back. You're going to tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. Good. And then slowly look down towards your right pocket. Back to the center. Then tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. And look down towards your left pocket. Back to the center. Interlink your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And you're going to look up towards the right corner of the room. And then very slowly draw a circle with your head so you're looking up towards the left corner of the room. So you feel you're getting a really nice big stretch through the front of the neck. Bring your head down, roll those shoulders back a couple of times. And then we're going to get started with a really tough ab sequence. Okay? So, let's do this with you. We haven't done it for a while, but you're going to lie down on your mat. So you're lying down on your mat, hands are going to be behind your head, feet on the ground. And what I want you to do is take a deep breath in, exhale, lift your chest, inhale, relax back. So it's just a partial crunch. You're not pulling your head or your neck, you're just slightly lifting your chest and then relaxing your head back down. You've got this for 20 seconds. Then there is a short rest, and then you're going to go into a different ab exercise. That's it, keep your elbows nice and wide. And you're drawing the belly button down towards your spine. That's it, fantastic. I want you to do another 2 of these. 1 more. Rest for a second, and then you're going to come into a hollow hold. So your legs are straight, your arms are long by your hips, and you're lifting your chest. So your legs are lifted, kind of like you're a boat. So it's a hollow hold. You're lifting your chest, you're straightening out your legs, and it's a static hold for 20 seconds. So we're doing 20 seconds of partial crunch versus 20 seconds of a hollow hold. So you're really, really challenging the stomach. Good. Reach forwards a little bit more if you can. Keep those shoulders down. You've got 3 seconds. 2, 1, rest for a second. Okay, then you're going to come back into your partial crunch. Are you ready? Hands behind your head, feet down on the ground. You go for that little lift and lower. Lift and lower, really keeping those elbows nice and wide. The wider your elbows, the harder it will be because you're creating a little extra resistance. If your elbows come in, you're taking away some resistance, which makes it easier for those abdominals. Right, you're here for another 3, 2, 1. Rest for a second, and then you're going to come into your hollow hold again for 20 seconds. Are you ready? Time starts now. Let's go hollow hold. If you're feeling like your neck is straining, you can place your hands behind your head, just to cradle your head in your hands to take away some of that neck strain. But you want to keep the resistance in those abdominals. That's it, perfect. If you can get your legs a little lower, you've got 3, 2, 1, rest. You're going into your last round of this. Hands behind your head. You're going to lie down. Feet on the ground, and you come into those partial crunches. Deep breath in, lower the head. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So you feel that the top of the abdominals are getting a powerful workout. Good, lifting a little higher every single time. That's it, and you can go for a 2-second hold. So when you lift your chest, you hold for a couple of seconds. That's going to keep those abdominals fired up for a little bit longer. 2 more. Last 1, stop there, come into your hollow hold. Last time, you lift your chest, you lift your legs and extend them forwards, reach your palms up to the sky, but you have your fingertips reaching forwards, shoulders are down. Perfect, Trinny, you've got another 10 seconds here. See if you can lower those legs a little bit. Good, challenge yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Rest, give your knees a hug, rock from side to side. How are those abdominals feeling? Okay, we're going to come into a rotation, arms like this. So arms at 90 degrees. You can stay lying down for this one, Trinny. We're going to come into that little rotation to the back. You cross your left leg over your right leg, lying down. Lift your legs, lower them to the right, and you look to the left. Just to get a little bit of a stretch for the stomach and stretch for the chest as well. Come back to the center, uncross your legs. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Lift your legs up a little. Lower them to the left as you look to the right. Nice deep breaths there. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center, uncross those legs. Let's come into some glute bridges to fire up the backs of the legs. I want you to tuck your hips in, peel your spine off the mat, vertebra by vertebra, really squeezing the hamstrings, squeezing your glute maximus, and then you're going to roll down from your shoulders back to your tailbone. Good, and then again you tuck in, imprinting that lower back, lift up, create that straight line from your shoulders through your hips to your knees, and then you roll back down. You have a few repetitions here, and then we're going to make it a little bit more difficult. Good. Going for another 3. Perfect. 2. Feel that you're dragging your heels towards your hips. That's going to activate your hamstrings a little bit more. Lift and hold your next one. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift your right leg into a tabletop. Good. Now place that foot back down, keeping your hips lifted. Then you're going to lift the left leg into a tabletop. So you're going to keep going with the marching. So I want you to march your legs for 30 seconds. So you're going to lift one side. Good. Keep those hips completely still. So you're using the side of the stomach. And then switch to
off the mat.
If your toes are off the mat, it's going to feel a little more intense. So yes, you can keep your toes off the mat and balance on your heels. 15 seconds to go. Good, maintaining that stability through the pelvis. Perfect, go for another 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Then place the heel back down and go for 10 little pulses up and down. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down, give the knees a quick hug, rock from side to side, and then you're going to come up onto your feet and grab hold of your books.
If you've just joined us, we're doing workout with Natalie. All you need is a book and a mat. Or a carpet.
Yeah. Or a carpet or a towel, something soft anyway. Okay, so we go, you're grabbing hold of your books. And you're going to have a wider than shoulder width stance, toes slightly turned out. So you've warmed up the glutes. You're going to lengthen your arms, lowering the books between the feet. So you come into a squat, stand up, squeeze the glutes, bicep curl, then shoulder press. Bring the arms down, you squat, curl, press. So you've got the biceps working, the legs working, and the shoulders working as well as your core. So you're really getting those abdominals switched on as well. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift, curl, press. Good. Yes, this is an exercise session, somebody's asking. That's it. Nice, Trinny. Get a little lower every time. Keep your back as straight as possible. Try not to round your shoulders forward. So you're not letting the books pull you down. You're using your back muscles to lower those books. Keep your arms nice and straight. Really squeezing your bottom as well when you extend the arms up above your head. That's it, and press. Perfect. Driving up through those heels. You've got 2 more. Lower, good. And press, last one. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Press those weights up. Okay, you're going to put the books down. And just come into a little bit of gentle cardio. You're going to lift your arms above your head. And then you lift your right leg, bring the arms down. Lift the arms, lift your left leg, bring the arms down. So just straight up and down. So you are getting the heart rate up very gently. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring those arms down. Feel that you're using the stomach as you lift the knees. You're kind of creating a crunch here. Good. 45 seconds, and then you're into a side plank. Nice. You've got 30 seconds to go. This one is surprisingly great cardio because you're using lots of different muscles at one time. So you've got your arms working, your back is working, your legs are working, your stomach. 10 seconds. Good. Working with the breath. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Come to your mat. You're going to lie on your right side. So your right forearm is on the ground. And you can do this in either a modified plank version or a full plank. So either with your knees bent on the ground or your legs straight. And then stack your left foot in front of your right foot. Then you can use your left hand to help push you up and reach for the sky with that left hand. The shoulder is set down, really creating that nice lift. And this one is fantastic for strengthening those deep core muscles, especially the muscles surrounding your spine. Physiotherapists love giving this to people because it is such a fantastic strengthening exercise on a deeper level though. Make sure that right shoulder is really set down in place so it's not up towards your ear. It's rolled back and you're engaging the muscles underneath the shoulder blade. Good, you've got 5 seconds. Lift that waistline a little higher, Trinny. 2, 1, stop. Okay, let's switch, do the same on the other side. Okay, how are you feeling?
All right.
Good. Okay, left forearm down and your right foot is stacked in front of your left. Lift those hips, tuck the hips, in, you don't want to be pushing your hips back, you want to tuck in, and you're reaching that waistline and that arm up towards the sky. 20 seconds to go. Nice deep breaths here. Perfect. Make sure that shoulder is set down in position. Good one for the triceps and the shoulders, this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Have a rest for a second. Grab a sip of water. You're going to come into this circuit again. So grab a sip of water if you need. Stay hydrated while you work out. Okay, right, books in your hands. You're going to come into that squat where you lengthen out your arms. Back is nice and neutral. Then you drive up, squeeze the glutes, bicep curl, and then press. Keep the arms close to your torso. If the arms are too far away, you're going to put pressure on your back when you do the bicep curl. Good, perfect. Deep breath in, exhale, curl, press. And this is 45 seconds of work, and then you've got that second exercise, which is more cardiovascular. Good. Trinny, turn your toes in just a little bit, so they're not turned out quite. That's it, perfect. And with this one, you are getting the back of the legs working because you are bringing the weights down. You have to use those hamstrings a little bit to lift the weights and stand. Fantastic. Let's go for another 4. Press. 3. Good. 2. Press. Squeeze the bum. Last one. Get nice and low. Drive up out of that squat and press those weights. Okay, you're going to stop there. Put the books down. And you're going to come into that arm lift and then leg raise. So arm lift and then knee raise. So we've got the cardio exercise now, Trinny. Reach the arms up to the sky, that's it, and then lift the knees. But feel that you're really creating that length through the neck as you lift the arms. Shoulders are back. Good, deep breath in, lift, exhale, pull those arms down, fast. You're getting some shoulder mobility in as well. 30 seconds to go. Nice and light on those feet, good. Belly button pulled in, get all those core muscles working. Fantastic, last 15 seconds here, and then it is the side plank. Good, big reach. Perfect. Inhale, exhale, pull right down. 3, 2, 1, stop. Come to your mat. Right forearm on your mat, on your side, left foot stacked in front of your right foot, so they're staggered, sorry. And you're going to lift, make sure that right shoulder is locked in place and reach your left arm up to the sky. Perfect. That's it. So you get into that position, and now you're going to lift those hips and reach. If you need to modify this, you can have those knees down on the mat and just lift with your knees bent and your knees down, so you're taking away some of that resistance. Good, you have another 15 seconds to go. Really reaching, the more you lift that waistline, the more you're going to be getting those obliques to fire up. So the right side of the stomach should be feeling this quite a lot. 2, 1, stop. Okay, let's do the same on the other side. So really working lots of muscles this morning. All of the muscles.
Yes, that's for sure. We're feeling it now.
Perfect. This is all right. It's a bank holiday Monday. What a great way to start your day. Okay. That left forearm is down. The right foot is staggered in front of the left, and you're going to reach up. Okay. Some people are saying they can't do this because their shoulders are too weak. If you put your knees on the ground and just lift for, say, 3 seconds and then lower back down, you can gradually build up your strength that way. So you can always modify it. Just make sure the shoulders really set down. You've got 10 seconds, Trinny. You're nearly there. Lift those hips. Good, deep breaths. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Have a rest. Okay, little rest. Have a sip of water if you need. Loosen up the back. Okay. Right. Your next set of exercises is more endurance for those legs. You're going to come into a ski squat. So you're going to come into a ski squat and then you're going to work the glute medius. That's it, fantastic. So your back is against a wall. You're going to have a 90-degree angle at your hips and knees so that you're holding a squat, so you're just challenging your quadriceps but isometrically. If you want to work on those arms as well, you can lift one arm lower, lift the other arm lower. That's going to work on your shoulder mobility and get a little bit of strength in there for the backs of the shoulders as well as the top of the shoulders. Good. Trinny, you want to bring your heels a little closer to the wall. Just a little closer to the wall. That's it. Perfect. There we go. Hips are tucked in a little bit. So you're using the stomach as well here to stabilize. Nice. And you have another 35 seconds to go. So it's a 60-second hold. If you need to rest within that time, you can do for a few seconds and then get back into it. Good. Exhale to lift the arm. Inhale to lower. Perfect. Final 15 seconds here. Good. It's good to challenge your muscles in different ways. Power, endurance, and also fast twitch muscle fibers with a little bit of bounciness, plyometric movements. So you've got 3, 2, 1, stand up. So you're going to come out of this, and we're going to now work the side but the hips around here. I want you to come over to your mat, Trinny. And you're going to lie on your right side, have your right forearm down on the ground, your knees are stacked, and you're going to have a straight line from your knees through your hips. So your knees aren't forwards at an angle, they are back, so your feet are behind you. Then you lift your hips up. You've done this one before. You're going to lift your hips up in the air. Lift that top leg, so that you're going to lift your left leg, and then extend it, bend,
so I'm lifting both my hips up. Can you see what I'm doing, Natalie?
Lift both your hips up. I'm just coming over to the screen. That's it. Now you're going to lift your hips and hold it. Now lift your right leg, but keep the leg bent. Then extend it, then bend, lower back down. That's it. And then lift again, do the same thing. Lift the top leg, extend it, bend, lower the hips down. Perfect. You've got this for 30 seconds. So you're still challenging the triceps, the shoulders, and the waistline, but you are really beginning to work the hip stabilizer, which is here. Really important muscle to work, because often it gets really lazy. You've got another 10 seconds. Extend, bend, lower. Good. Exhale to lift. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, lower. That's it. One more, and I want you to extend and hold that leg out straight now, Trinny. You're going to hold that leg out straight. Little pulses up for 10.
I can't do it.
Okay, that's fine. We're going to do the same on the other side, because that's a tough exercise anyway. I want you to switch around, left forearm down. Good, hips tucked in, shoulders are back, knees are bent. You've got that straight line through the hip. You're going to lift the hips, extend your right leg, bend, lower the hips down. 30 seconds.
I think it's easier this side.
Is it? Okay.
Like so much easier this side. I found it, because the other side was where my back was hurting. So maybe
yes,
it's
okay.
weak.
So you're,
But
it's
this
so
is fine because
important.
you're much more strength.
You've got more strength on this side, yeah. But you've got to keep it balanced. So it's good to do both sides exactly the same. And actually it's good that we started off on the slightly, yeah. Right, you've got one more of these, Trinny. I want you to lift. Lift that top leg, extend, bend, and lower those hips down. Perfect. Lie on your back now. You're going to come into some hamstring and glute work. So you're going to lie down on your back. Have your heels together and your toes apart, and your knees slightly apart as well. So you're lifting your toes off the ground, but your heels are on the ground. So heels are down, so you're going to come into a glute bridge, but your toes are apart, your heels are together, and your knees are slightly apart. So you should look like this. Right, then you're going to tuck your hips and lift up into your glute bridge, balancing on your heels. Good. Then roll back down. Good, and lift, and then lower. Make sure those toes are in the air, the heels are down, your heels are together, and lift. Good, inhale down, exhale to lift up. Perfect, so by slightly angling your legs in a different way, you're going to target different muscles because, of course, you've got muscles going all around the leg, and so you're just working more the outer hamstring a little bit more with this one. You're here for another 3. Good. 2. Perfect. Lift and hold your next one. 10 pulses up. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Give the knees a quick hug. Rock from side to side. Then a sip of water, and you've got this tricep one more time. So sip of water, and then you're back into that tricep. Okay, so you're going to have your back against the wall, knees and hips at 90 degrees. Perfect, sinking down, arms out in front of you. If you want to work on the shoulders, you lift one arm, then lift the other arm. Good, inhale, lower, exhale, you lift.
What's this good for, Nathalie?
So this is fantastic for the quadriceps, but it's endurance. Endurance means you're able to hold your muscles in a contraction for a longer period of time. So instead of coming in and out of it, you're holding them in a slight contraction, but they're elongated as well. So you're really creating strength in different ways, as I explained earlier. So this isn't power. It's not explosive, it is endurance, so it's holding it for a long time. 15 seconds to go, plus this one's nice if you do have problems with your knees and that, or your hips and coming in and out of a movement is difficult. You've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, stop, stand up. Shake off those legs if you need. And then you're back into your hip work, or your glute medius, for being technical. You want to come onto your right forearm, knees on the ground, hips tucked in. Good. And then you're going to make sure that shoulders locked in position. You lift the hips, lift that top leg, that right leg. Sorry, your left leg is going to lift, extend, bend, lower, then lower your hips down. Perfect. There's a breath for every single movement. Good. Lower the hips down. Inhale here, exhale, lift your hips. Good. Inhale, exhale, inhale down. Perfect. Just for 30 seconds. You've got another 20 seconds to go. Good. My friend in Australia is doing this workout. Hi, Violet.
Fantastic.
She said it was killer. Right, lift. Good. That's it. And with this one, it's really important not to stick your bum back. You want to tuck in as much as you can. That way you're really going to get those muscles working. You've got this, your last one, lower, and then switch to the other side. Good. Right. Shoulders set down, knees bent, hips stacked, and let's go. You're going to lift, extend that top leg, and then bend, lower your hips down. Good. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Halfway through this one, Trinny, nearly there. And then you're into that glute bridge. Good. Going for another 2. Lower. Quick check to make sure you're tucking in. And last one, you're going to lift. Extend that leg. Perfect. Bend, lower down. Fantastic. Now lie on your back, heels together, toes apart. Toes are apart, knees are slightly apart. Hands either reaching up towards the sky or flat down on the ground for stability. You're going to tuck your hips in, lift up into that glute bridge, and then come back down again. You can articulate through the spine, so you tuck in and peel the spine off. Good. Inhale, lower, exhale to lift. And it's really important to strengthen the back of the leg because a lot of the time people are quad dominant, which means they use the front of the leg a lot more, which puts a lot more pressure on the knees. So getting the back of the leg working, it keeps you structurally sound. So it's going to keep your back from straining, it's going to stop your knees from aching, your hips from aching. You've got 2 more. Good, and last one, lift and hold. Little pulses up, go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. You're going to roll down, give the knees a hug, rock from side to side. Perfect. Right, you're going to come up onto your feet. You've got your last little round of exercises. It's just a little bit of cardio and something to work on stability as well. So I want you to make sure that there's nothing sliding underneath your feet. You're going to hop and land. Hold for 2 seconds, then switch sides, hop and land. Bring your arms out to the side so you get more muscles involved. And you're really working on stability, so you're strengthening the knees laterally. So, and this is great for your balance, really good for working on your balance. Big hop, hold. Good. Hop and hold. Fantastic. Get nice and low, it's a nice soft landing. Hop. Good. And as you get more confident with this, you can make those hops a little bit bigger, so you can go a greater distance with the hop, making it harder for yourself. But build up into it slowly. That's it, fantastic, Trinny. You've got 10 seconds, and then you're going to come into a plank variation. So it's a blast to finish. 3, 2, 1, stop there. You're going to put your hands down on the ground, hips tucked in, and you're going to come into toe taps, bringing one foot out to the side, you tap, back to the center, other foot out, tap, back to the center. If you need to modify this at home, put your hands on a sofa or something, because if your upper body is higher up, it's going to be slightly easier for you. Good. Really make sure you're using your bottom here to get those muscles working to protect your lower back. Good. Lift that upper mid-back, lift the belly button. 15 seconds to go, and then you're back into those hops. Nice deep breaths. Perfect. 8 seconds to go. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1, walk your hands towards your feet, come up onto your feet. Shake it off, shake off those shoulders if you need to, shake off those legs, and you're back into the hops. Last time, last exercise before the plank, let's go. You're gonna hop, land, land. Good, hold up and switch. So this is actually a rehab exercise if you've had a knee injury or even an ankle injury, if you've snapped some or torn some ligaments in your ankle, if you've twisted your ankle in the past and you're cleared to work out. This is a great one for building back your strength, but it's also quite difficult for anyone. It's really fantastic for working on your balance. You're here for another 5 seconds, Trinny. Good. 2, 1, and stop there. Coming into that plank. Hands down. This is your last exercise, your final one. Hips tucked in. You're going to come into those toe taps out to the side. Great one for working on the obliques. So the side of the stomach, those deep obliques though. So the one, not just the surface ones that you can see, the deeper ones that really count. Good. Trinny, just try and make it less bouncy because it'll be better for your back. So really tuck the hips in. Try to keep your back nice and still. Just focus on bringing the leg out to the side using the strength of your glutes. You've got 10 seconds. You can do this. Lift that up and back and then you are stretching it all out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, right. You're going to lie down on your back, lie on your mat, and it's time to have a stretch. So you're going to lie down, bring your arms out like this into that cactus position, and you're going to first of all come into the rotation. So I want you to cross your right leg all the way over your left leg. Lift your legs towards your torso and then lower them to the left. Look to your right. Nice deep breaths here. Good. And you can place your left hand on top of your right knee just to help press that the legs down a little bit more. Good. Deep breaths, holding here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. Uncross those legs. Cross your left leg over your right leg. Good. Arms maintain that 90 degrees. And you may feel that you're more tight on one side than the other. That's 100% normal. Most people are. But if there is too much disparity between the two sides, spend a little more time stretching out the side that's not as flexible. You're here for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. We're going to come into those hamstring stretches. I want you to lengthen out your legs. So you're going to lie on your back and lengthen out your left leg, taking hold of the back of your right leg. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, extend your right leg up to the sky, and inhale, bend. Flex the foot as you extend the leg. That way you're going to get more of a stretch through your calves as well. And if your calves are tight, you can get pain in your feet as well as pain in your knees. So you want to keep every muscle strong but also flexible. Another 2. Extend and hold your next one. You can have a slight bend at the knee if you're still working on flexibility. If you can't quite straighten your leg, or you're here for another 10 seconds. Nice deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Bend your left leg. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. We're going to come into the figure 4 stretch to stretch the muscles around the hip. You're going to lift your left leg off the ground and pull your hands through the triangle, taking hold of the back of your left leg. So your right ankle is over your left knee, and you should feel a nice stretch surrounding your right hip. Make sure your head is relaxed, everything is relaxed, your shoulders. And every out breath, see if you can pull the leg a little closer to your torso. Holding for another 3, 2, and 1. Switch to the other side. So you're going to lengthen out your right leg, keep hold of the back of your left leg, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, extend. So your right leg is long on the ground. So Trinny, I want to uncross that's it. So your right leg is on the ground and you're taking hold of the back of your left leg. You're going to come into that active hamstring stretch. Good. Deep breath into bend. And exhale, extend. Perfect. Always working with the breath, breathing deep into the stomach. Nice, extend and hold your next stretch. Good, holding there. Just keep the legs straight for this one, Trinny. You're going to be here for 10 seconds. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Bend your right leg and now you cross your left ankle over your right knee. Pull your hands through the triangle. Take hold of the back of your right leg. Good. Keep drawing the leg towards you. Have you used the massage gun on your chest? Because you can use it on your pecs here. If you're really tight through the chest, it really helps to loosen up.
Great.
But it doesn't feel very comfortable. It feels quite, but it's really effective. Okay, I want you to uncross the ankle and you're going to stretch your arms above your head. So stay lying down, you're going to stretch your legs long and your arms above your head. And just squeeze the bum so you're getting a nice big stretch, big reach. And then bring those arms down. So you create 2 semicircles either side of your body. Perfect. Then bring your knees up towards your torso. You're going to turn onto your side and turn over so you can come into a cat dog stretch. So you're going to flex and extend your spine. Flex and extend. And then come to your neutral spine. I want you to bring your right foot forward. So we're going to finish off with the hip flexor stretches. So your right foot comes forwards. On the ground, your left knee stays on the ground and you tuck your hips in, engage your left glute. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Deep breath in, exhale, lean to your right. Nice deep breaths. Keep tucking in the hips, keep squeezing your left butt cheek so that you're switching off those hip flexors. And if you can, you lean forwards a little bit just to deepen the stretch. Come back to the center, place your right knee down on your mat and your left foot is going to come forwards. Tuck those hips in and reach your right arm up. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, lean over to the left. Really deep breaths. See if you can push the hips forwards a little bit more, but keep your right buttock engaged so that you're not losing the stretch through the hip flexors. Come back to the center. Frame your left foot, hands on the ground, just so you can step forward easily. Then you're going to let your head hang. Relax the shoulders and you can rock from side to side, loosen everything up. Let gravity just take care of the weight of your body, pulling you down towards the ground. And you're going to shake your head yes, and shake it no. And then reach your right arm over to the left, but lifting your arm. Then come back to the center and reach your left arm over to the right. So you're lifting your arm next to your ear. Come back to the center. Soften your knees, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, very slowly start to stack up vertebra by vertebra. Rolling up, roll the shoulders back, interlink your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then release, roll the shoulders back one more time to set your posture. And have a fantastic Bank Holiday Monday.
That was such a good workout, Nathalie. Thank you. I really feel, my God, we worked hard, everybody.